What's up, guys? Welcome back to another analysis video. Let's see what's happened over the weekend. I don't know about you, but I've been scalping and it's been paying tremendously, man. Let's jump into the charts. Let's see what's been popping and let's make some plans, guys. So first off, we're gonna start off with BTC the King as usual. I kept it super clean, super easy, as you know. If you've been following along, we follow order blocks. We like to play demand. We like to play supply. We like to form a range. We like to not chop around the middle, but make calculated bets. Let's go down to the lower time frame. So just for anyone that is new to this analysis, what I follow, personally look at, I'm looking at this 3-day order block and this 3-day order block. We've been trading in between these two order blocks since the drop down in mid-November. Okay, we formed the range after we popped up, rejected into FOMC. Thereafter that, we had two bounces out of this zone recently after having two rejections at the top end of these wicks. I'm gonna scroll down to the lower time frame for you guys to see that soon. And now we're floating at around the middle end of where this level I have here that I'll talk about soon, and where this level I have here, and I'll talk about that here. So on the 1 day, I drew this level down here. This is a 1-day level of demand. We've been chopping around this block within this block because remember, this 3-day block is pretty, it's a loose block. It's a 4% range. Within that block, we picked apart this little 1-day demand, which is a 1% range. We chop around this level. We're printing higher lows in this level as well, which is a positive for price. We're defending these lows clearly. When it comes to the top end of this level and the top end of this range, you can see here, we're not really getting anything for me to draw in between that I feel super confident on the 1 day. We do have, obviously we're at around the top end here, which has already reacted, right? That's the midline of my order block, which you guys know I like to play the midline of my order blocks. But other than that, on the 1 day, I don't see much at the top of this order block, but we are getting rejections. So now it's about, are we going to get to those highs first? Are we going to retest lower first? Where are our plans now? We had plans that played out beautifully for both the shorts, both the longs. If you've been paying attention to my order block videos, my analysis, you're making formulated bets. I always say to play the extremes, so now let's make plans. That makes sense, right? We just opened up the week, so the Monday range is forming. What I do want to see is a hold at the top end of this 3-day order block, which would in turn sweep this low down here, right? We printed that low Friday morning before we started trading into this weekend price action, which was super compressed. And now we see this Sunday whipsaw price action, right? We popped up, took some highs, liquidity matters, and rejected. I always say that, guys. Liquidity matters in these tight compressed ranges. This 89.2 level, 88.8 is where I've been looking to short this whole time. It's paid. Right here we were slightly underwater. Here had a perfect fill, and both times reacted, and we secured both times and formed longs at around those levels. Alts have been paying at around those lows as well. This 86.5 level for me is where I'm going to be looking for a reaction next. I'm not going to set a bid just yet, but I am going to place my alerts for a sweep there, see what happens with price, see if some divs align, maybe an SFP, something that I see of significance for me to want to enter there. Maybe the RSI wants to test at around the 50 or deviate under there before flipping back up, because right now it's leaning on top of the 50 there on the 4 hours. So that it's consolidating for a move. Is it going to break out of this consolidation here and move up? People are entering longs here with their invalidations below lows, right? Below that low, below this low, or they're entering shorts with their stops above that high or above that high. Which position is going to get paid, and how is the reaction going to happen thereafter? How I think is like, either we could do something like this, or we could potentially maybe just even sweep that low at around 87.8 and continue up from there. I would say right now, we just opened up the week and I really want to see how things form before I get more convincing bets. I'm super convicted if we do get a sweep of that 84.4 lows down to these lows here. I think that's a super easy bet, assuming that we sweep these lows and just gauging reactions and how we're consolidating within the middle here. I think that would hold super well. I think that would be a super nice play. But immediately, I think that 86.5 level is something to look at. If we do get a retest at around 85 to 84, that's nothing to shy away from as well, judging by the reactions we have been seeing. Focus on the higher time frame, guys. That's what matters. These lower time frame moves are going to stray you away from your plans. Make sure you're staying clear and following your plans. If I was to take plans now, because I have been playing alts in between, I don't think longs are a terrible idea, saying as that 88.8 to 89.2 level has been contested for quite some time. Really, what we want to see is a break at around this order block, which if we're not long from around here, we don't get that retest, I'll start to look for reasons to flip this level, assuming that we engulfed this wick here, because we still need to take that wick out, guys. Don't forget about that. And then I'll be targeting towards the top end of this order block here, which is at around 95.7. I do, in fact, like the 96.7 level, so I will pay more attention onto that, because that's a level that I've been paying attention on for quite some time. This is going to be at around this 1 day order block right here. This for me is a significant level. We got significant highs there as well. So I want to pay more attention to this, since we've already rejected out the midline of this order block from the upside. This would be upside targets for me to target on longs. Let's say if we catch a flip here, or if we look for reasons to catch a flip here, or if we get a retest here and we can catch a swing. I think that's going to be the next target for our break if we do go for these highs. And then after that, we could begin to talk about, you know, 100K, right? We would be at around this level here, which I could see getting tested at around this order block as well. I could see this being significant resistance. So if we were to form a more higher time frame plan, we could do something like this, maybe target here, maybe we get a sweep down here, target up here, maybe we could get a retest like this and a rejection here for the mid-range there. There'll be a retest in between, but for now, it's about where are we getting entries and what makes the most sense. So we're not just looking to ape into anything just to ape into it. And if you are entering any of those smaller time frame, you know, consolidations like we have here, where you're entering a long with your invalidation here, or you're entering a short with your invalidation here, there's nothing wrong with that. Just make a more calculated position size, right? So that's about it for BTC, guys. Let's jump into ETH. So for ETH, I have 2 3-day blocks that I want to draw just to keep comparison to BTC. I like to make sure that I'm staying consistent throughout, especially when I'm trading my order blocks, guys. I always say that if you have a strategy, stay to it. If you're looking at 3-day order blocks, treat it like a 3-day order block. If you're trading 1-day order blocks, trade it like a 1 day. If you're trading 4 hours, 15, whatever the case may be, trade it as such. So that 3-day order block right there, I'm gonna have some attention onto, and this 3-day order block up here, I'm gonna have some attention onto that as well. I also have one level in between on the 3-day here that we've been chopping around for quite some time. We have our levels drawn. When price came into this 3-day block, it retested the top end, right? You get that impulse up, rejection, people bid, price impulse is up, that's demand. The top end of demand held. That's a very strong reaction. We moved up straight through the midline here, right? This is going to be your midline order block. This is a previous level of demand. Price impulsed up, rejected, people bid, price impulsed after. That's your level of demand. When demand got tested, it reacted. Obviously, we got that lower high. It got deviated under, flipped after that close. Price retested, moved up from that, retested here, held before price eventually rejected down. Came into, rejected once more before price came into it, and then eventually made the new local highs that we have today on Ethereum. All that to say that price is now within that block here. So I'm not going to focus too much down here, and I'm not going to focus too much up here. What I am going to focus about is what's happening in between and what could happen potentially thereafter. I shorted at 30.37 to start the weekend on this pop. I moved my stops. I've taken profit on the drop. It was a quick $80 move about right there. Nothing wrong with that. I was paying attention into the weekend range that we've been trading in right now over here. Right? This is the weekend range. We're popping out to start the Monday range, so still in a Sunday. We're punching out over here, right? It's the end of Sunday's close. We're punching into the top end of this order block that I just painted in the middle. It's important that we start to see lower time frame closures over this level for me to be convicted for a move back up. I have my eyes on this consolidation as well from the weekend. If we push up here, you can use this as invalidation, okay? We have some flat candles that could potentially get swept, but that depends with what BTC wants to do. If we want to go to 86.5, there's a potential that we sweep these lows and that 39.40 to the sweep should be a bid. That's a reaction I can see happening. We could potentially be seeing a sweep of this wick at 29.40 to, 29.14, and that deviation, that sort of play can be looked at. Maybe you don't even want to put limits there and you want to see if it deviates that. Or we get a reaction at the low end of this block right down here. Maybe we get a retest at around 28.60, right? A retest around 28.64 for a move right back up. Maybe it traps people long up here, push down below to start the week, and then move back up. All that's to be seen, and we want to make calculated bets accordingly. If I was to set a bid on ETH right now, it would be a sweep of these lows, deviation below, and a move back up. I was looking to bid way lower to start the week, and I eventually shifted my focus onto other alts and BTC, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not in Ethereum, and now I'm interested, and I want to see if we do get a sweep of deviation to this level. I will set my alerts for there. You could use the lower end under this block as your invalidation. I think that's a pretty clear invalidation. That for me is a play that I'll be looking at. I would make it something like this and see if it comes to. That 3,400 level, guys, is going to be a very tough level. We've clearly seen how prices reacted from that. If we start to close lower time frame candles here, I'm going to look for aggressive re-entries to get back in long, assuming that we're going to deviate around this level. If we get a hard rejection, that's not something you'd want to see, in my opinion. So I want to see what happens immediately. If I'm looking higher on Ethereum, I mean, we have clear levels to target, right? We have this 4,200 level, OB top right here down to 40.90. We have that level to target. We also have this one-day level here at around 4,000. We have this low down here at around 40.60. So the 4,000 level up to 4,200 is a real big level of resistance for ETH as well. But we have some hurdles we got to get past as well, guys. We still have this order block here that I drew on the 3-day that we have yet to close a one-day candle within. I want to see closures within that level, guys. This is a big range that we've traded in for quite some time, and we're looking to still hold and accept into it again. We need to see closures above to have conviction for higher moves. That's pretty much what I wanted to cover start the week, guys. I want to keep it concise with BTC and ETH here. I've been doing a lot of analysis on Total 2, but I post a lot of that on Twitter. I appreciate all the support, guys. Make sure to click the description down below. Check out all my links. I'll see you in the next.